Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. You ready to have your mind blown? So, I say that because I am blessed with so many amazing people and so many amazing pours. And I mentioned in a video, you may have seen one or two of them by now, I'm not sure what order I'm going to put them in, that I'm taking a mini vacation. So it started on a Thursday night. I knew that Friday I had a lot to do Friday. I knew Saturday I had a lot to do Saturday. I had a tree fall down. I'll be cutting up the tree and stuff like that. Going out with some friends to dinner. I knew I was very busy. But I said, you know what? Thursday night, mini vacation. I'm going to have 3 great pours. And that's exactly what I'm working on right now. And there's no order of preference in these. Michters or Michters, however you prefer to say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. This is a barrel strength rye. This is the 2024. This was donated from Terrence Walker. Terrence, thank you so much. This is coming in at 111 proof. I am beyond excited to try this out. Now, this same day, my mini vacation day, I've had this over here. This is the Crittenden's. This is their toasted pecan that was done in cherry wood. I've also had the Penelope Takagi cask. This is from Jesus. Thank you very much, Jesus. And now I'm getting into this Michters. If it's Michters, put in the comments how I should be saying this. But regardless, I am excited. This has been probably the best mini vacation I've had in a long time. So looking forward to this. Terrence, you're an amazing contributor to the channel, and most importantly, you're an amazing friend, and I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's get into this. I am excited for this. This is a rye, and look at the beautiful color on this. All 3 of these have had amazing color. Another one that's kind of got this deep orange and brown type of hues. And I have been stuck on some ryes the last few months, and I am very excited about this. ASW, if you haven't noticed, this is one of your Glens, but all I could see is a little faint ASW on there. It washed off. That's the only thing I'd change about ASW. (111 proof, not any ethanol at all. Getting some nice sweet notes on it, which is fantastic. Because I like sweeter bourbons and whiskeys, and I'm getting a lot of sweet on this. Coats the Glen very well. You're getting the nice shimmers of the oils as they start to work their way down a little bit, so getting some nice long legs off of this. And sometimes I get this a lot. It's not quite spearminty or minty, but you get this nice, like, refreshing type of a smell that I'm getting from a rye, and I'm getting this nice, beautiful, refreshing smell. So I'm getting some baking spice in there. I'm getting that nice, refreshing smell. I'm kind of getting more of a brown sugar than I am a caramel on this. Kind of getting like hints of a dark chocolate on there, but not a whole lot, just a little bit of a hint on there. Getting more leather than I am any of the oak or any of maybe of a tobacco. Sometimes you get those kind of on the back. I'm getting more of a hint of a leather. And I'm almost getting like a stewed peach on here. So I'm getting a lot of neat things going on here. So I'm getting some leather. I'm getting some brown sugar. I'm getting a little bit of stewed peach. I'm getting some like a baking spice thing going on here. I get a nice refreshing something going on the nose as well. And man, this is super long before it starts forming the legs on this. So I am really expecting an exceptional mouthfeel from this. And no, like I said, no ethanol at all on this, which I'm really, really digging. And I am looking forward to this. It's one of those things that I'm looking forward to so much. I'm afraid, I'm afraid to drink it right now because I've been looking forward to this so much. Terrence, the only thing he asked me to do is says, when you get this, you must review it on the channel. Terrence, let's review this. Okay. Almost need to have like a moment of silence there. Wow. Wow. So it's a lot sweeter than I expected on the palate for me, but then it goes into this nice spiciness. It goes from this sweet to this, it's kind of a tussle, then it goes into this spiciness. And then I get this amazing baked good on the backside. You know, it's not Amburana type of cinnamon, but you get this nice baked type of cinnamon, type of raisiny thing with some good sugar, brown sugars on the back on this. And this is coming from a rye. Now, I expected kind of the baking spices, get a little bit of a peppery thing, kind of a white peppery thing going on, but it's so sweet, it's like a dessert. And it even gets better on the second pour. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. The reason I say this is if these are going to be this good, I'm going to spend a lot of freaking money on these. I'm going to spend a lot of money on these. Wow, this is a special pour. This has so many different transitions from it where you go from the nice sweet up front. I'm getting a little bit of that oak on the back. I do get a little bit of leather. I'm even getting a tiny bit of tobacco on there. On the nose, I got a faint hint of chocolate. I'm not really getting that, but I'm getting this incredible baked good. I'm getting kind of like a rye bread that was dipped in brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, and the little tiny, tiny bit of a raisin. And it's just been chewed on or turned into a liquid form and just shot in the back of your mouth. There is something special about this. And this is hitting a lot of my alleys. And this just keeps getting smoother and smoother as I drink it. But not as in it's going away. The finish on this is very nice too. It's got a nice oiliness, that nice butteriness to it, but it just kind of lingers and hangs around. It drinks under proof, and I know I'm a high proof type of person, a proof hound, but man, does this drink so freaking good. But it gets easier and easier to drink as you go. And that's, to me, that is the sign of something that I really, really like, is it gives you different notes as you go, but then you also have this complexity where it just gets better and better and better as you drink it. And I'm getting that with this. I don't know what the MSRP is. I'm afraid to look at the MSRP on these things. Because I don't. Number one, I don't want to get any notes. I don't want what somebody else is going to tell me. I don't want it to influence how I give you what I think on it. But I also don't want to know how much this costs because I have a feeling that it's going to be something I'm going to have to hunt a lot. Because if I could find a second bottle of this right now, I'd go buy it immediately. I don't know what it costs, but I'm afraid. I'm very, very afraid. At least my bourbon budget's afraid. But my bourbon budget and I haven't been on speaking terms since February, so it'll be all right. This does not drink like a rye to me. This almost drinks like a burr rye type of thing, like a bourbon forward with heavy rye in it. Just because I'm getting some of the beauty and some of the nice stuff that rye can bring to it. But it's sweet. It's got exceptional notes to it. It's got great mouthfeel to it. It's got a butteriness to it. It's got some baked goods going to it. And then the finish on it is, and it's, I would say it's a medium plus finish, not a medium long, but a medium plus finish on it. On the very, very, very back of your palate, you get some of the things that are playing with you a little bit. You get the nice oak. You get the nice little bit of leather, a little bit of tobacco. I can only imagine that this would be outstanding with a cigar. And I'm going to have to take that up on that. I think I will. Not this weekend because a lot of things going on. But when I can sit around and just the way, oh my goodness, just the way that this sits on the Glen. And just, I don't know if you can see how it just kind of sits there for a little bit. It's just amazing how oily and thick this is. It's almost got a syrupy feel to it, but not overpoweringly sweet, but just this nice luxurious syrupy feel to it. You talk about crushable bottles. A bottle that you could sit down with and just keep having pours because you like exploring it and you like having fun with it. And then the next thing you know, you're like, what the hell happened to my bottle? And then you stand up and you go, oh, there it went, because your legs are just buckling on you a little bit. That is that type of bottle. That is a bottle that I could dig into during a football game or watching a great series or a great show. And I could say what happened to it until I stood up, and then I know exactly what happened to it. This is an outstanding bottle. Thank you very much, Terrence. However much this cost, it was worth it. You know, everyone's, you know, it's based on relativity. What's relative? What's it worth to you? I would pay probably a couple $100+ for that bottle. I don't know how much you paid. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because I will hunt it more. Excellent pour. I would definitely buy a backup if I saw one around and had the opportunity for a backup. Outstanding. Whew. If you happen to be working today, man, I hope you're bringing great energy today. I hope you're bringing a lot to the job. I hope you're bringing yourself along and you're elevating other people with you, because that makes the time go by fast. I want your work day to go by fast. I want you to have a great time at work. I want you to bring great energy. And I've said this before, you don't have to have a title to be a leader. Be that leader in anything that you do. Let people want to follow you. Be inspired. Let them want to be around you, because that's the fun part about things. You know, it makes your workday go by fast. It makes it more enjoyable. You spend more time with the people that you work with on average than you do the people that are most important to you, your family. So bring that joy there, because they're your extended family in a lot of ways. You know, enjoy that time. But once you get off and it's time to really settle into things, I hope it slows down for you. I hope you guys have an amazing time with your family, with your friends, or even if it's just for yourself. Find that time for yourself to refresh, get ready for the next day, and have that, you know, that mindset that you're going to bring great things when you get out there the next day. You know, there's one day I'm going to have to give this story between the optimist and the pessimist at the end of one of these videos that's not running as long as this one is, because I fell in love with this rye. But there's a great principality behind being an optimist and a pessimist, and I'll have to get into that another time. But bring that great energy. Be that optimist. Be the person people want to be around. But when you have that off time, slow it down and re-energize yourself. So when you get out there, you can do it again. Man, I'd like to say a thank you to people. And I forget all the time all the wonderful people that do so much to keep us going. If you're retired, you've put in great work for us, and you've laid that road for us. Thank you very much. For our American military, for our first responders, for our teachers, for our farmers, for our truck drivers, for the people that work off shifts, and the other, you know, people that handle our power when our power goes out, our linemen and stuff like that. Thank you for all the work that you do out there to keep us going. I absolutely appreciate you, and I'm thankful for you every day. But in closing, most important thing all, cheers and God bless. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you.